Hey guys, welcome to the KansasFlamingoChef, and sitting behind me are 3 pieces of fresh sockeye wild-caught salmon. Now when you got 3 pieces of them, you gotta be willing to try 3 different things, right? So over the next 3 episodes, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to cook salmon. Hey, you know, like I told you, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to do salmon. And this one, I was thinking grilled salmon because I'm in a hurry, and man, I love grilled salmon. But anybody can just throw a piece of salmon on a grill. That's not very exciting. So let's do something fun. Let's do a Caribbean-inspired grilled salmon. So I've got 3 different seasonings here just to give you an idea that there's a lot of seasonings on the market that you can use. This first one is one you can pick up at Walmart or probably just about any grocery store. It's just from the Weber Grill Company. It's their Jamaican jerk. It's pretty good. It's fairly spicy. It's actually one of my favorites, and we're going to use it today. The second one here is a locally sourced product. I use this a lot. It's from Phil's Farms here in Kansas, and you know, they're actually in Hutchinson, which is a suburb of Wichita. This is a tremendous jerk seasoning on beef and pork, but it doesn't have the citrusy tones that I want for fish. And this last one is from a company called Excalibur. If you're not familiar with Excalibur, if you do a lot of grilling, Excalibur makes amazing spices. You can pick them up online. Some stores carry them, but usually your best place to look is online. This is their Caribbean shake. Now this is by far the hottest of the 3. This stuff I love on chicken wings, and I'm going to do some for you pretty soon. But today we're going to use this simple Weber Jamaican jerk spice. We're going to use a lime and a lemon and a piece of this beautiful salmon. So all we're going to do is cut these 2 pieces of fruit in half. I'm going to pour about half the juice of each one onto this piece of fish. Sprinkle it well with the Jamaican jerk, and then put it directly on a hot grill at about 350 degrees. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is cut my lemons and limes. I take these little tags off because the last thing you want is a tag in your food. Set those to the side. And we're going to seed one side of the lemon before we start using it. So we'll go ahead and pop those out of there. I'm going to go ahead and put my spice on here, and just don't be scared to get a bunch of jerk, especially if you like spicy food. Alright, just let that kind of set into the meat. You might pat it just a little bit so that it takes it in. Then go ahead and squeeze your lemon juice. You don't need a lot. Maybe half of a lemon at the most. We'll go ahead and get these lemon seeds off of here. Now, if you've got an orange or a tangerine or some other Caribbean fruit, feel free to use that instead of lime, but I really like lime. So we're going to put about half of a juice of lime. All right. Now again, I like spicy food, so I'm going to do a little more jerk on here. We're going to go out and put this on the grill with this side down for just a couple of minutes to sear those spices in. Then we'll flip it over skin side down so the skin cooks, and we'll peel it right off the fish and flip it over. Okay, so as you can see, I'm out here at the pellet grill. My temperature currently is sitting right at 325 degrees. I want it to get up to about 350, but what I'm going to do is put the fish on at this temperature and let it build a little bit. Now, obviously I want to cook the skin so it falls off the fish. And I can't do that if I get the other side of the fish too done. But what I'm doing right now is searing the spices into the fish, and then we'll flip it over so we can pull the skin off. The fish has been cooking now for all of about 3 minutes, just long enough to sear in the spices. So now I'm going to flip it over so that we can pull the skin off by making it bake right off the fish. And you can see, I'll zoom in so you can see, that that fish has seared in the spices so that it has great flavor. So what we're going to do next is let this cook with the skin side down for about 8 to 10 minutes, just long enough for it to cook that skin so I can just peel it right off. Okay, the fish has had enough time now that the skin ought to be ready to peel off. And all you do is you take your spatula and you just run it across the bottom of the fillet of fish so the skin just peels away, and then turn it over. Just find a spot that's kind of soft and run the spatula down like this, and then just push that skin off out of the way. Turn the whole piece over. Pull the rest of it off in one piece, just like that. All right, it's time to plate up the meal, and I cheated. I admit I cheated. I didn't feel like making rice, so I grabbed a box of Spanish rice and made that. You know, sometimes you just got to use a prepackaged product because it saves a little time. So I've got corn on the cob, some Spanish rice, and our salmon. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, you can see my cheating rice, my corn on the cob. I'm going to take a pretty good hunk of this salmon here. And you know, some people like the tail cut, some like the front cut. I like them both. But just for the sake of making the plate look nice, we're going to use the front cut. Lay that right there. And then I'm going to put a little lime juice on it. Not very much. That's it. It's ready to serve. You know, I'll show you some more ways to make salmon, but it's the perfect fish. You can do just about anything with it.